Good afternoon. I miss you guys already. You can see I am in my living room here, and I'm going to start with a couple of nursery rhymes for you today. The first one is called Old Mother Hubbard. Old Mother Hubbard went to the cupboard to get her poor dog a bone, but when she got there, the cupboard was bare, and so the poor dog had none. She went to the baker's to buy him some bread, but when she came back, the poor dog was dead. She went to the joiner's to buy him a coffin, but when she came back, the poor dog was laughing. She went to the fishmonger's to buy him some fish, and when she came back, he was licking the dish. She went to the alehouse to get him some beer, but when she came back, the dog sat in a chair. She took a clean dish to get him some tripe, but when she came back, he was smoking a pipe. She went to the barber's to buy him a wig, but when she came back, he was dancing a jig. She went to the tavern for some white wine and red, but when she came back, the dog stood on his head. She went to the hatter's to buy him a hat, and when she came back, he was feeding the cat. She went to the tailor's to buy him a coat, but when she came back, he was riding a goat. She went to the fruiterer's to buy him some fruit, but when she came back, he was playing the flute. She went to the cobbler's to buy him some shoes, but when she came back, he was reading the news. She went to the seamstress to buy him some linen, but when she came back, the dog was spinning. She went to the hosier's to buy him some hose, but when she came back, he was dressed in his clothes. The dame made a curtsy, the dog made a bow, and the dame said, "Your servant," and the dog said, "Bow wow." This next little nursery rhyme is called The Man in the Moon. The man in the moon came down too soon to inquire his way to Norwich. He went by the south and burnt his mouth with eating cold plum porridge. I'm not sure how he can burn his mouth when it's cold, but that's the story. This one you might know. It's called Little Bo Peep. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and can't tell where to find them. Leave them alone, and they'll come home and bring their tails behind them. Little Bo Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating. And when she awoke, she found it a joke, for they were all still fleeting. When she took her little crook, determined for to find them, she found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they left all their tails behind them. Here's another one you might know called Hushabye Baby. Hushabye Baby, on the tree top, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. And one last nursery rhyme for you today called Little Miss Muffet. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet, eating curds and whey. Then along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. I hope you've enjoyed. These are stories from Young Years, which is a book that I have had since my own young years. I will be back again tomorrow with some more nursery rhymes, maybe even a few other stories. Have a great day, everyone.